Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Eulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah, yes. Mayo being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society. Say violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. Remember back in the day when you still thought Mayol was the peach?
Still is.
It isn't. Mayol is people.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
No, it's canonically peaches.
No, it's canonically people.
I think you've got like some sort of speaking disorder. That's a funny way to say there. Yes, Kira, they are peaches.
A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, another that of production. Go on. For the present, Eulmore's coffers can be used to purchase fruit from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all: the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city, take up the rebuilding effort. My. Think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some years ago after speaking with the peoples of Eulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chai-Nuzz. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet. Only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. Fair point, Randon. And one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? The dataless stonework closed their doors years ago. Without already supplied the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to dataless stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Rendon is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Kholusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at the top rung. Come with me. Oh boy, we're gonna have to beat up some Taloses. The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder, capable of halting the flow of an ether and a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious! An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be simple enough matter to get them to march to Eulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That's as may be, Kholusia, but Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread, truth be told. I can't feel my legs. If I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Hear, hear. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. And as Kholusia says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I'll also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Good. Let us be off to the quick way, through the north gate, and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. They really like making us do this spot something in the far-off distance mechanic, don't they?
That they do. They must put lots of work into it.
Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai-Nuzz when it is safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out. Point the spyglass at Chai-Nuzz and give him the signal to sneak near the Talos with left click. Or whatever you use on a controller. I did it? I did it! Let's move on to another Talos, shall we?
So you have to have your pointer at him, yeah,
Yeah.
to actually get the signal. That was a bit annoying for me the first cycle.
I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Green. Metal Gear Talos. Haha! That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it? Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Eulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Eulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence. The fact remains I am wholly ignorant of world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me, and grant Eulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Eulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you tinker with the Talos and all that. Lady Chai is worried sick.
Right then, form a line and make for Eulmore.
Then we should let the people know that their Talos is coming.
What's that noise?
More fun this way.
True.
Wicked white! Runaway Talos! Call the guard! Stay back! All of you!
Is that... Darling, you're back.
One of the characters in this cutscene looks uncomfortably like mine.
Back. You didn't see.
Dearest, I can't...
I know how you feel. People confuse my character looking like Godbird sometimes.
Oh, thank you.
That might be a different feeling. Godbert's prominent.
Darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Please!
That was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Eulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. No need to fret, Green. I have never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Eulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go ahead and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishia, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of the Gate Town the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I'll let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothri's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. Ah, yes. Master Chai told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. For you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, Could I ask the free citizens of Eulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Eulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Eulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Eulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Eulmore!
Yay, a happy ending for Eulmore for now.
Yay! Is it gonna turn into, like, the firmament?
I think it'll be a bit difficult to have some housing in the first, considering I don't think we can really prove our
You don't need to have
residence.
housing, just the rebuilding shit.
True. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred into action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. Just but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Eulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you've officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the immersion, dearest. It's too big, for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I too will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Yes, yes, of course. Haven't bet? Aye, that's me. Like your speech, there's folk outside these walls that don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting up their crumbs. If you have a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Green. I hope to see you again before long. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I'd resolved to remain here until such time as Eulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence that they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours.